Welcome, everybody, to Strangest Species, Season 3, Episode 16. We are back again for another, a better story. Not better, different. Not as out there story. Well, it's still pretty out there, but not as conspiracy. I'm your host, Mike Davis, here with Anthony Davis, and we're on a bit of a time crunch today, so we're going to move.
We are going to move.
But how are you doing tonight?
Good.
Sweet. All right. As per tradition, what do you think we're going to talk about?
It's out there, but not that out there? Gosh. Weird video games.
Ooh, I like that. I wish I had a story about weird video games.
I think that's what Lincoln said when he filled in for me or something like that. And I was just listening to it to try to see what he was like. And so it was something like about video games. I can't remember what.
Well, no video games. We're going to talk about your favorite sport of all sports. Baseball.
Oh, I was like, hockey, volleyball. I don't know which is my favorite sport.
But not just baseball. Baseball and World War II.
Okay.
Mixed together.
Well,
so
cool.
We've had an episode on baseball.
I feel like we have.
Crazy fights and... Remember the crazy game between the Cleveland Indians?
I feel like a whole bunch of people rushing onto the field.
Fans were fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've had those. There's been lots of cheaters in baseball. Lots of crazy stories. When I was a kid, it was all the chase for the home run record and steroids and Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa and Barry Bonds. And it was great. But today we're not going to talk about any of that. Because only once in the history of baseball has there been a man who stepped onto a baseball field who might also one day be asked to assassinate a physicist to save the world.
Wow. That's pretty loaded.
That is loaded.
Mm-hmm.
Today we're going to talk about a guy by the name of Moe Berg.
Moe?
Moe.
I feel like that's appropriate.
Yep, Moe Berg. He was a backup catcher professionally in the major leagues.
Professional backup?
Professional backup.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
At least he gets paid.
Yeah. Had a career batting average of .243, which isn't terrible. Not great, but not terrible. He was a Princeton graduate. Spoke 7 languages.
Wow.
A man who was trusted with the deadliest secret of World War II.
What is the deadliest secret of World War II? Oh, okay.
And someone that even now remains pretty much a mystery and an enigma to everyone.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Are you intrigued?
I'm so intrigued, actually.
Yeah. Because he didn't just live a double life. He lived a life that never made sense to anybody. And probably altered the history of the world.
Never made sense to anybody, but altered the history of the world?
Yep.
Wow. That's big.
It's big. So
yeah.
His real name is Morris, but he went by Moe.
I like Moe.
Yeah. Moe Berg, born in 1902 in New York City. The son of Ukrainian Jewish immigrants. But from the time he was a wee little lad, Moe was a prodigy, intellectually speaking. He essentially learned how to read almost simultaneously with his being able to talk.
It's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really impressive.
He devoured books. Not literally. Because that's the kind of stuff you would do in the circus. Bless you. ×4.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to have more or not. I have been sick, and I'm kind of recovering, so...
2. That's not much.
We'll see. I fil like there's one hovering.
There you go. So normally you're at least a 3 to 4 sneezes.
Usually.
So anyways, he read lots and lots of books. He loved languages. He would memorize languages.
It's impressive.
He would correct his teachers. He was kind of like young Sheldon.
Oh, young Sheldon. Yes.
He was a super good student. Eventually, he gained admission to Princeton.
Makes sense.
There he continued to excel, where he studied modern languages. He learned both Latin and Greek.
Latin and Greek, huh?
And graduated cum laude.
Not summa.
Not summa, just cum laude. I graduated cum laude, but not from Princeton.
What does summa mean? Like
It's
extra?
higher, yeah.
Whoa. Fancy.
There's summa cum laude, and I think just laude. I don't know. I didn't even know that was happening until graduation.
Until it
They
happened?
were like, you have to wear these ropes. I'm like, why?
You're like, because you graduated this.
Yeah.
And you didn't even know it.
Didn't even know it.
Wow.
But Berg, or Moe, he gained fame at Princeton as a shortstop on the baseball diamond. And he quickly became the best player in the school's history.
Wow.
So not only was he brilliant, not only was he super into reading and languages, but he was a really good baseball player. And so much so that, he became kind of a little legend there at Princeton.
Okay.
But his father never once attended a baseball game.
Oh,
Yeah.
poor guy.
Yeah, his dad's name was Bernard. He didn't like sports, and he thought his son should leave baseball and become a lawyer.
Well, to each their own, right?
Each their own. And so he did. He enrolled at Columbia Law School, but he continued to play baseball.
Good for him.
Good for him is right. Now I have to turn the page.
So he went to Princeton and then enrolled for Columbia Law School.
2 Ivy League schools.
Mm-hmm.
But in 1923, so that would have been at the age of 21, he got his big break, and he made it into the major leagues.
Wow.
He got signed by the Brooklyn Dodgers, who are now the LA Dodgers, who won the last 2 World Series. But back then they were the Robins.
Like
The birds.
a robin redbreast?
Yeah.
Huh? That's a funny name.
Yeah.
It's cute. It's cute.
It's cute.
But it's not like...
It's not menacing. They're not the Death Robins.
Yeah, I mean, they're just cute.
Yeah.
Little robins are just cute. Yeah.
A lot of old baseball names are
Cute?
well, not even necessarily cute, but just kind of like the Cincinnati Reds. You have the Red Sox. You have the White Sox. You have the Cardinals. You have the Orioles.
But I bet you like the White Sox and the Red Sox mean something
Well, they do.
like with like a
There were
Civil
the Black
War
Sox
or
back in the
like
day, too.
political. I mean, who knows? They probably
they
mean
do have
something. But the
historical
Robins, I mean, it's just a cute birdie.
Yeah, well, the Dodgers were the train Dodgers. I mean, that's where the name comes from.
I don't know.
The trams in the city.
Like you have to
they're
dodge them?
Trolleys, not trains.
But you have to dodge
Yeah,
them,
because they're coming down the roads,
like kind of like San Francisco's
Yeah.
trolleys.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, see, that's what I'm saying is they had to. It's not like they're really good at playing dodgeball, right?
Yeah,
like,
I don't think it has to do with that. No.
but to me, I have no idea. So there's got to be a story. But I wonder. I mean, maybe there's a story behind robins, but
Maybe.
really, they're just cute.
They're cute.
Yeah, that's about all.
Yeah.
Their babies are cute, and their eggs are blue.
There you go. They should have been the blue eggs.
That would be, yeah. So maybe that's where like the first robin was ever discovered. Was in, where did it start? You said
New York City.
New York City. Huh? Who knows? So the Robins got switched to the Dodgers,
Brooklyn Dodgers.
but then,
But now they're the Los Angeles Dodgers.
but no,
Because they moved to Los Angeles.
but they never changed the name.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Still dodging all these years.
Yeah. All the trolleys.
All the trolleys.
Okay.
Now they're the homeless Dodgers. Because they had to dodge all the homeless people in LA.
Okay. I was wondering what was happening. I think you meant they like got sold from LA and now they're just like floating, waiting to be bought and they have no home. That's what I thought you meant.
No, they got a home. They're worth billions of dollars.
Okay. Yeah. That's sort of what I was thinking.
Very cool 1960s mid-century stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
So,
Okay. Anyway, total sidetrack.
anyways, he made the majors. And he was fine. Wasn't great.
Wasn't terrible.
He was fine.
But he made it.
He was there.
Okay.
He played 15 seasons.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. Mostly as a backup catcher. Known more as his defensive catching skills and an offensive powerhouse.
Which is fine.
Mm-hmm. But what set him apart wasn't his play on the field. It was actually what happened in between games and during games when he wasn't on the field.
Oh.
For example, in the dugout between innings, Or if he wasn't on the field, he was often reading a book.
Is that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's weird.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Or reading a newspaper in some foreign language.
Is he a spy?
Maybe. Or he was quizzing himself on different vocabulary words. While all your professional buddies are playing baseball, you're sitting there with flashcards.
That's like uber nerdy.
Uber nerdy.
Right?
Yeah. Or just listening silently, taking everything around him in. Not a big guy for speaking.
What about like chewing tobacco? Or like,
He rarely drank.
What about spitting spits?
They didn't really do that back then. It was just tobacco.
Oh, just tobacco then.
Yeah. He rarely joked around with his teammates. And he never bragged about much of anything.
Okay.
One of his teammates famously said he could speak 7 languages, but he couldn't hit a baseball in any of them.
Oh, that's kind of mean.
It is kind of mean. But a 243 batting average is not terrible. There's a lot of baseball players who get paid a lot of money that hit worse than that.
Well,
But back then, baseball was different.
Right.
Now it's all about the home runs. So you could hit 215. If you can smash a home run, then they're okay with you hitting 1 out of every 5.
I see.
Back then, it was a small ball.
Now it's a big ball.
Now it's a big ball.
Got it.
Yeah. So his teammates laughed. They were professionals. They were, doing what you would think pro athletes do. And Moe just wouldn't pay attention. He was just, he was always paying attention, but he didn't really join in with a lot of it.
Right.
He was just doing his thing.
Okay.
Several of his managers, which is what we call coaches in baseball, thought that his intelligence made him made it uncomfortable for his teammates, like that he couldn't bond with them because he was so smart.
A lot of intelligent people can't have like
This is very true.
a basic kind of normal conversation or like a connect.
Yeah.
So I feel like that could very well be possible.
Very well.
Right?
Yes. He always was correcting people.
That always doesn't go well.
Would speak in random obscure languages around him.
It's also extremely weird.
And asked a lot of philosophical questions during road trips and things like that.
So this guy
Pondering.
was just loved by all.
Yeah. So some of people even believe that he wasn't even benched for not being great at baseball, but just because of the vibes that he
Put off.
At the same time, a lot of people think he lasted so long in the league because he was a good mentor and morale booster. So I don't know. It kind of goes both ways.
I guess so, yeah.
But it's interesting. In 1934, Major League Baseball sent a group of all-star players on a goodwill tour to Japan to strengthen U.S.-Japanese relations through baseball.
That's awesome.
Now, you've lived in Japan.
I have.
How is baseball received in Japan?
I mean, they love it.
It is like...
No,
bee's knees.
it's like hockey to Canada, as is football to the United States, as is baseball to Japan. Like
It's the sport.
It is the sport.
So back then it wasn't the sport, but it was very popular. But this goodwill trip is actually oftentimes cited as like the birth of baseball in Japan.
Which is very probable. We're at this point, what year are we in?
This is 1934.
Okay.
So this is before World War II.
But after World War One.
Yep. So when the U.S. sent this team over, it was like sending the dream team over. Mm-hmm. We're talking Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, like the biggest names in baseball. They played 18 games against Japanese players.
Ichiro.
Maybe Ichiro's great grandpa. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were everywhere they went. There were throngs of people waiting to see them. Mm-hmm. Huge. I mean, they did speaking events. They did press tours. It was a huge, huge deal. And the Japanese people just couldn't get enough of it.
Of course. Makes sense.
But there was something very interesting about this all-star team was Moe Berg was on it.
He's totally a spy.
And everyone's like, why is Moe Berg on this team? It's kind of like Christian Laettner being on the dream team.
Oh, be nice.
Christian Laettner's a great basketball player. Much better than I'll ever be. But he was a college kid. He wasn't a dream teamer.
Why was he? Is he a spy too?
No, well, maybe. No, I think they put 2 college players on the dream team.
Just They
That
have
was-
to, or
No, but that was the first year in the Olympics that pros were allowed to play.
oh,
And so I think there was still a lot of amateurism kind of. They still wanted that. I think that was the first Olympics that they allowed him.
anyway.
So you have Jordan and Magic and Berg
Right.
and Malone
And then you have
and then put Christian Laettner, and I don't remember who the other one was.
anyway.
Anyways, so
He's totally a spy or something.
yeah, he wasn't even an all-star. Like, he barely even played. So like, why are you on this team?
There's totally an ulterior motive here.
Probably. So one sunny afternoon while on tour, Moe told his teammates that he was going to go sightseeing. And so he, quietly walked out into the streets of Tokyo and began walking around. Now, you've spent time in Tokyo. Where does one go to sightsee? What are some big landmarks in Tokyo?
I mean, and I don't know what it would have been like back then, but they go to like Shibuya. A lot of there's like a market down there. I'm trying to think.
Is there a castle anywhere in?
Yeah. Oh, I'm
Tokyo?
sure there is. I can't think of the name of it, but yeah, there's big Buddhas, and I mean,
There's things to see.
yeah,
Places
there's
to go.
definitely things to see.
Well, guess where Moe went sightseeing?
Who knows with this guy?
He went to a hospital. Yeah. So once he goes in, he doesn't go cheer up sick kids or visit people. He finds a stairwell and discreetly slips into the stairwell. And he walks up until he finds himself on the roof. Alone on the roof. What do you think he's doing?
He's gonna assassinate someone.
Well, he pulls something out of his pocket, but it's not a gun. It's a secret camera.
Okay.
And he starts taking panoramic shots of Tokyo. But he's not interested in Mount Fuji.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mount Fuji's another one that a lot of people.
Or scenic cityscapes. He starts taking pictures of ports, rail lines, industrial parks, military infrastructure.
He is totally a spy.
He's totally a spy.
He
yeah.
is totally a spy.
And so he takes all these photos from a very tall point in Tokyo of things that. And remember, there's no satellites, there's no Google Earth, there's no
Right.
anything, right? Like at this time.
Is he a Ukrainian spy?
Let's just keep it. No, he's not.
Because
But-
he has descent from what it was, and Jewish.
He is Jewish. Now, Ukrainian at this time is part of the Soviet Union.
Oh, so is he a Russian
Is he
spy?
a Russian spy? That's the question you would be asking here. If he was a Ukrainian spy, he would be a Russian spy.
Oh, is he a Russian spy?
We'll see.
Ooh.
So he takes his pictures and then he smuggles them all out with him when he leaves Japan from his all-star world tour, of which he's a part of.
I mean, would it be really smuggling? I mean,
So here's the question, though.
yeah.
If he's a Russian spy, how did he get on this team?
Oh, good point. Because it's an American dream team.
American dream team.
He must be an American spy.
Must be an American spy.
Yeah.
But that means, how's the government pulling strings in baseball?
This guy that plays baseball, he has to be on the team, and we're going to pay a lot of money to put him on the team. So just put him on the team and don't ask any questions.
There you go.
I mean, that's that easy.
So how do you get caught up in becoming an international spy as a professional baseball player?
Because they know that you're a prodigy, and they're like, yeah, we need this guy. He speaks 7 languages. He's going to help us. And so he also is weird and awkward, and so he can totally be a spy.
Yeah.
So they find him when he's at Princeton.
Yeah, that's probably.
Is that the first place that he went to school?
We don't know.
No,
Well,
but
yeah,
I mean,
Princeton's
that's
the first place.
yeah,
to
they
go.
totally find him at Princeton, and he's been a spy for
We have no historical document. We don't even know if he actually is a spy at this point.
Oh.
But we do know that 8 years later, no, not 8 years later, 12 years later, when Pearl Harbor happens and the U.S. goes into World War II, it is his photos of Tokyo that are used to
wow,
draw up,
their plans.
their plans on the infrastructure of Tokyo.
We do know this.
Yeah.
Wow.
So whether he was a spy or just happened to be a really weird, eccentric guy who's taking pictures of not mountains, but railroad lines and
And ports? I don't
ports.
think so.
yeah,
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
military buildings and bunkers.
Pretty sure no.
So, yeah, it's interesting. So World War II begins, and U.S. intelligence is very desperate to do anything they can to obviously win the war, right? So they need people who can speak multiple languages, who can travel without being without suspicion. They can blend into foreign cultures, and who can think independently. And Moe Berg is pretty much the perfect.
Yeah.
Checks all those boxes.
Basically, yeah.
So the Office of Strategic Services, which is the precursor to the CIA.
Is that still a...
No, they became the CIA.
Okay.
So they recruited him.
Office of Strategic
Services.
Services.
The OSS.
OSS.
But they didn't make him an analyst. They make him a legitimate field operative.
Okay.
And so he's sent multiple missions into Europe.
Makes sense. He's got heritage there.
He was sent to Yugoslavia, Italy, and Switzerland. And his job was to interview scientists and gather intelligence and determine how close Nazi Germany was to building an atomic bomb.
Okay.
Now, the interesting thing about him was, even though he wasn't a physicist, he was so smart that he could talk physics.
Yeah.
He understood the physics well enough that he could go interview somebody and know, like, oh yeah, this guy's full of BS. He has no idea how to do anything with an atomic bomb.
Oh.
Or this guy's actually smart enough, he might be able, like, that's how, even though he never trained in that, that's how intelligent he was.
This is amazing.
Yeah. And so he would use his baseball identity as cover.
What do you mean?
So he would, even during the war, he would go over as, hey, I'm Moe Berg, famous baseball player. And that's how he would get into these countries and stuff. Like, he would go as...
But I mean, still, even if you're a famous baseball player, why, or even famous in quotations, what would make him be traveling because of that? Like, how would that work to not...
You could just be like a retired baseball player. Like, oh, I'm on vacation in Italy. And
I guess
he would introduce himself as just a baseball player.
Oh, okay.
And people, legitimately, he was good enough at baseball that he was in baseball for. I wonder though if he was in baseball that long, like the government had anything to do with it. Like, you're gonna keep him on this team, regardless of whether he plays or not.
Yeah, we're paying his salary. He's staying on this team. Yeah, and learn another language for us.
So he would use baseball trivia as like a way to chat with people at bars and stuff.
Right. Seem very.
He would take gloves and other memorabilia.
He would
to give to people
or
and
share.
get into situations. And
it's good for him.
Yeah,
smart guy.
And people were always underestimating him, including other trained intelligence officers from other countries.
Makes sense
because he just was so good at just being a baseball player guy.
I mean, it makes sense.
He could get into all sorts of circles in all sorts of languages.
Good for him.
But with that being said, he was the OSS often considered him very unmanageable. Oh. They did not like. He was very difficult to work with, but because he was so awesome and specific in his niche, that they used him anyways.
They didn't like him, but they used him anyways.
No, so his personnel file describes him as brilliant, unpredictable, difficult to control, and frequently ignores instructions.
Well, sounds like someone I know.
Yeah. Not me.
No.
But despite this, they would send him on really high-risk solo missions because he required essentially no logistical support because he was so smart and because he was famous. The fact that he was famous was what allowed him to blend in was pretty awesome, because you can't fake that.
Right.
It's like Elvis being a DEA agent.
Well, that's what some people think.
Oh, he really was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. He really was, or that's a conspiracy?
Well, I believe he actually was.
Oh.
Essentially like a rat for the government getting into places. Now, whether the conspiracy is that he faked his death because of that.
Yeah.
And
like witness protection,
right.
Something or other.
But I really do think he died of a heart attack on his toilet.
Oh.
But.
Do you, though?
I do.
Oh, okay. I feel like you're one of the ones that may or may not really believe that.
But there's some interesting thing on that one.
Right. I know.
So, But yeah, and he was so good at improvising under pressure that they would just say, okay, well, bud, you're going in here on your own. He'd be like, fine.
It's like,
Just do it. But then they'd say, do X, Y, and Z. And he'd be like, well, I'll do X, and that's about it. I'll do A and B instead.
yeah, I'll do whatever I want, man.
Yeah. So this often terrified his handlers.
Well, yeah.
But again, he was such an asset and so unique
That
with
they
the
just,
skill set. They're like, what choice do you have?
I guess nothing.
Yeah, when you have all the leverage, it's like, fine, don't send me in then.
And they're like, oh, actually, no. Well, you just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So by 1944, World War II's, well, it's almost over, but I don't know if that was known at the time, you know?
Right. Mm-hmm.
The Allied intelligence was focused on one specific man in Germany, and that was Werner Heisenberg. He was a Nobel Prize-winning physicist and the head of Germany's nuclear research program. And so they needed to know,
Does he know
how to make an atomic bomb or not? Because the war 100%
depends on that.
depends on whether, if they have an atomic bomb, we're screwed. If they don't, then it's over. We win. Because we were building the Manhattan Project. At this point, we're very close to being done, right? And actually, in 1944, we're probably testing already and stuff. I don't know what the exact dates are, but we drop them in 1945. So I assume in 1944, we're pretty close to the end of the Manhattan Project.
Right.
And so the OSS needs to know, how close is Heisenberg? And they need to find out. So they decide to send Moe in.
Moe.
They dispatched Moe to Switzerland in December 1944. His mission? To go to a lecture given by Heisenberg and try to figure out whether or not the Nazis were on the verge of building a bomb. Or if they already had one.
Heisenberg or Eisenberg?
Heisenberg.
Heisenberg. Okay.
Now again, Moe had been tutored in nuclear physics, and he had devoured tons of books on the subject, to such an extent that the physicists that were teaching him were pretty amazed at his understanding of physics.
Okay.
Atomic physics, which is a brand new field at this time, right?
Right.
So here's his mission. If Berg was to determine that the Germans were on track to get a bomb, his mission was to stand up in the lecture hall, pull out a gun that he'd been given, and kill Heisenberg. Right there.
In front of everybody?
Yep.
Why?
Because it was that important that Heisenberg die so that he couldn't make the bomb.
Yeah, but he would get caught. I mean,
Totally.
in front of everyone.
Yep.
Wouldn't it be better to just assassinate them, like from a peculiar spot that no one knew about?
I don't know.
Okay.
But that's the mission.
And he said,
If you
No.
deem that he is legitimately smart enough and is on track to do this, you gotta just take him out right then.
yeah, but what if he said, no, I'm going to get caught?
Well, he didn't say that. He said, okay.
Well, he's not smart enough to realize that, maybe.
He did. He actually kind of was a pacifist, and he did not he struggled a lot with the idea of having to kill somebody, but he said, okay.
Okay.
So he goes to Switzerland, and he attends the lecture.
Isn't Switzerland always been like pretty neutral?
Yeah.
So why is he giving
I don't know.
Okay. I was just curious why he's even in Switzerland, but.
So he sits down in the crowd, and he starts listening, analyzing every single word. Not just listening to the words Heisenberg's saying, but like the deeper meaning. Like,
Right.
Is he alluding to, or is it possible that he knows X, Y, and Z?
Right.
Whole time, he's got his hand on the gun in his pocket, ready to go.
I guess they didn't have metal detectors or search you back then.
Guess not.
Perfect.
Many historians have said that this probably was one of the most consequential decisions made during World War II. Whether or not he was going to pull this gun out and kill Heisenberg.
Consequential.
Very consequential.
Okay.
Meaning there's consequences.
Yes, I understand.
I know you understand.
Okay.
He's listening. He's listening. What do you think happens?
I think he determines that Heisenberg does know how to make a bomb.
Does?
Does.
Does. So then what?
I don't know from there. I don't know if he is smart enough to realize, hey, I need to kill this guy, but I should do it in a more conspicuous way. Or if he is like, I'm just going to fulfill this mission.
Yeah, like follow him to the bathroom, wait till he's peeing, and then take him out.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like in a more, any other way besides in front of a whole lecture full of people, which seems dumb that the government would even ask him to do that.
Maybe his handlers were sick of him.
And maybe they were. Maybe they kind of wanted him to be caught or whatever.
This is a double win.
I feel like he is smart enough to not pull the trigger right then, but I think he determines, yeah, this guy knows how to make an atomic bomb. That's what I think. I just don't think he actually pulls the trigger right there.
So he listens. And he never pulls the gun out. And he concludes that Heisenberg does not understand the physics required to build an atomic bomb.
Okay.
Which is impressive that this is a Nobel Prize winning physicist and this baseball catcher is thinking, nope, I understand it better. He doesn't understand.
It almost seems a little arrogant, but, what do I know?
Oh, yeah. But he determines that the critical physics required have not been solved by the Germans.
Okay.
And so he chooses not to shoot him.
Okay.
Now, ironically, Heisenberg actually was very much doing nuclear physics and working on an atomic bomb. Luckily, the Nazis were so terrible at running their organization that there was major interference by the Nazis to his scientific research, that they were the ones slowing him down.
What do you mean? Like, what does that mean?
Well, the Nazis were crazy, man. Like, a lot of the SS were super into, like, supernatural things and chasing the Holy Grail. There were so many side quests by the Nazis. They were just poorly run, poorly...
Right, but I mean, how is that going to affect what he's doing?
Oh, I mean, I don't know specifically.
Like maybe
here.
funding? Like just...
Maybe funding, not giving him enough money.
Yeah,
not fast enough. Maybe he's saying, hey, we need to focus on this. And they're like, no, it's over here. You need to focus on this.
No.
And he's like, oh, well, no, but I have to go that way.
Because you're going to tell me what to do.
I don't know exactly.
We don't know exactly, but...
I mean, we know exactly. I didn't research what those... Oh. But it was the actual Nazi organization that was slowing him down.
So to clarify, he did actually know what he needed to do to make a bomb?
I don't think he knew, but he was actually working on it and trying to get there.
Which I think we already knew that coming in, right?
I don't know if we knew that or they needed to find out.
Okay.
If Germany was working on an atomic bomb.
Okay.
I think there was the general assumption that yes, that is a true statement.
Right.
But it's kind of funny. The Allies had already received enough information from other operatives and things and programs that the Nazi atomic program was floundering.
So they didn't.
And that it was years behind the Manhattan Project. But at the time that Moe was sent in, he was not informed of that.
Oh.
So really, there was no need for him to kill Heisenberg.
Oh.
That the government knew
that it was floundering enough that they would be fine.
We're way ahead of him on the Manhattan Project.
Weird.
So it's a good thing he didn't shoot him because that might have really...
Well, also escalated things, right. But also at this point it was making me think that his handlers really did not enjoy him.
Maybe. That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So he did go on to become very instrumental in another project.
Like a military project?
Mm-hmm. Which was part of convincing high-level physicists to join the U.S. after the war.
Convincing high-level physicists, like from Germany?
Mm-hmm. And other
countries.
Other Axis countries.
Countries. To join
the U.S.
U.S. in what? What exactly?
So after World War II, there was a big project called Project Paperclip.
Oh, yeah. I feel like you've mentioned this before.
We brought over pretty much all the top dog German scientists and said, hey, remember that whole Nazi thing you did? We'll just forgive that if you just will now do that stuff for us.
Right, but what were they doing? It's not nuclear because we already had figured out nuclear, right?
Massive, amazing rocket science.
Oh, rocket science.
Like their rocket science was phenomenal. The V2 rockets and stuff. Werner von Braun, who was the top rocket scientist of Germany, became the head of NASA.
Okay.
I mean, literally, we brought them over and just said, hey, just kidding. We don't care about that. You're now.
And they trusted them?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's a hard thing to trust.
Big giant rocket It's not there anymore, I don't think. Maybe it is. In Disneyland is the like exact replica of a Werner von Braun
Rocket.
NASA rocket, which is exactly technology from Nazi Germany.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah. So, but there was he was involved in a lot of efforts of going and, hanging out, meeting, and convincing these guys to come. And a lot of them wanted to.
Right.
Famously Einstein,
Right.
German, Jewish
Sure.
physicist who
Sure. I just
didn't come over because of that. He was fleeing Germany,
Right. But I just wonder how many really you can trust.
And I think a lot of them he brought over were not Nazi scientists. They were just scientists behind enemy, in those countries and stuff.
Yeah, but I think back at then, it's like you either did what the Nazis said or you got in
Right.
big doo-doo.
That's true.
Right? So,
That's true. But it was funny because this project that he was under, the commander over it and him totally didn't get along, and he just did his own thing.
Mhm.
He would just disobey orders and go
Right.
But his work actually was way more influential than what he was supposed to do. Like, he was more successful than the actual unit that was officially doing this. So that's being that baseball player, man.
right?
Just the connections.
Yeah.
So after World War II, Moe Berg comes back home, and he is awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom, but he refuses to accept it publicly. And after the war, guess what he did with his life?
Played on a men's league
That
for
would
baseball.
be a good idea. Little softball Thursday nights or something.
Not softball. Still like real baseball.
I don't know if they have real baseball men's leagues.
Oh, I have no idea. I have no clue. I don't know.
He did absolutely nothing.
What does that mean?
Never got a job.
Does that mean he had
Never
enough?
got married.
But did he have enough money to like?
No. He moved in with his brother. He never had kids. He kind of just drifted around. He lived with friends. He would constantly carry a suitcase full of papers. And this old battered actually multiple suitcases. They were full of notebooks and newspaper clippings and documents and personal codes and shorthand notes and all these things from his days as a spy. And people thought, they probably have like classified material and stuff in there. But when asked about it, he just said, I don't like to be separated from my thoughts. And when he was asked about the war, he wouldn't answer anyone. He would just either deflect it or say nothing about it. He lived in there 25 years. But he never, like I said, did anything with his life.
That's so
lived
weird.
with his brother, kind of as a drifter from 1947 to 1964. But then his brother kicked him out. So he went and lived with his single sister until his death in 1972.
So he had a single brother and a single sister.
I don't know if his brother was single or not, but he did have a spinster sister.
Peculiar.
And
The whole thing is kind of peculiar.
yeah, so essentially his two siblings house fed and dressed him and gave him money for whatever, he needed for the rest of his life.
Why did he never like?
don't
It
know.
seems like he could get a really good job. I think something happened to him.
Maybe. I wondered, reading the story, if he is like Asperger's. Like
Like couldn't
severely
hold-
autistic, where like so smart, but not. Well, obviously he has enough social skills that people like him.
Well, and enough to schmooze to utilize like baseball
But maybe
trivia
not
and like
common sense.
yeah, but that takes a lot of common sense to even realize, hey, I can use baseball trivia as my way in to seem like just a normal Joe Blow. Like
Yeah.
that takes a lot of
Maybe he had other mental illnesses. Not that Asperger's is a mental illness, but maybe
No.
he had mental illness, and he just really was like a kind of.
or something traumatic happened to him. Like
But even before, I mean, you very well could be, and that's why he was that way for the rest of his life.
right, like that's what I mean is it seemed like he was
He always seemed
functioning
like a lone wolf.
Sure, but it seemed like he was functioning enough and socially aware enough that he could hold a job, right? Like whether there was mental illness there or not, it seemed like he could manage it it appears, if he went on missions and did this kind of stuff and carry out,
But it seems like he didn't carry them out. It was almost like he could do the end goal.
But how to get there would
nothing,
be...
Yeah.
Sure.
Gong show.
I
there.
still feel like, though, in that scenario, he should have been able to hold a professorship job or any kind of job.
Maybe he had jobs and he would just get fired from them, So he never
Yeah.
had, like a job, quote unquote.
Right.
I should have coached like high school baseball or something.
Yeah, I don't know if that would have been a good thing either. I don't know. I just feel like it seems a little strange that he could go from that capacity of doing those kind of things to then like nothing without something
Happening.
either like his mental illness getting worse, some sort of
Maybe he's part of MK Ultra.
addiction. Maybe he's a part of MK Ultra. I mean, who knows? I feel like something must have happened for him to then kind of for 25 years be just a blob. Don't you think?
Yeah, there's definitely something intriguing.
Yeah.
I'm almost. So we've done so many of these stories, right?
Right.
And there's lots of books about all these, but I've never really been tempted to read any of
But
them.
you're almost tempted for him?
I've heard that his biography is amazing.
I want to do it. Is it an audiobook at the library?
I don't know. It's called The Catcher Was a Spy or something like that.
Oh, a catcher was a spy. See, he is a spy.
He was definitely a spy. But
if
It's
it's
a
a biography,
fascinating
it's a
story.
self-written?
no, it's not an autobiography.
No, biography.
Right. So not auto. So not written by self. Written by else.
I wonder who wrote it for him.
I read about it. It's a very well received book. Very interesting. There is a movie by the same name.
A catcher was a spy. I'm trying
Something
to...
like that.
The Spy Catchers of Maple Hill?
No. Not Maple Hill. We're not catching a spy. We are a catcher and a spy.
I'm going to look it up on the internet first
There you
because
go.
my Libby app is very confused right now. So
Get yourself an author. That'll help.
that will definitely help. Then I can search it that
This
way.
is good podcasting. People listening to us search books online.
No, do we have much more to say?
No.
Okay.
But people are intrigued by this.
Are they?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
They are. Definitely.
I doubt it.
I'm
But
intrigued.
well, would they want to know the book? A Catcher
Possibly.
in the Rye?
No, that's a different one.
The Catcher was a spy.
Did you find it?
Well, there's a movie.
Yep, there's a movie I saw. I haven't seen it. I saw there was a movie.
Based on a true story. Ooh, we should watch it. It has the guy that is Ant-Man.
Paul Rudd?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not even like super old.
It doesn't look like it. I mean, that's his face, right? Yeah, that's his face. Okay, you guys, there's a movie. The Catcher was a spy. I can click on the Wikipedia, but that's not what I'm searching for. Baseball catcher that was a spy. There's an IMDb. I still can't find the book. I'm going to have to type in book in my search. Because
That's okay.
the only thing that's coming up is the movie.
So, anyways, I thought it was a fascinating story as far as, especially the baseball years.
Yeah, those.
Like, what else he did that we don't know about?
Yeah. Good point.
What other missions did he do while being a catcher for the Brooklyn Dodgers?
Okay, The Catcher was a Spy, The Mysterious Life of Moe Berg by Nicholas Dawidoff.
Ooh,
Dawidoff.
all right.
I hope I'm so sorry I'm saying that wrong, but Nicholas
I'm sure you are, but I would say it worse, so don't feel bad.
Dawidoff.
Dawidoff.
And you can buy it on Amazon, or you can also see if your Libby app has it, but I'm going to check it out.
There you go.
So, and there's a movie. So if you're really intrigued, you can go.
So we got to watch that
Deeper.
and the Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah, the
Project
Philadelphia one from the. Yeah,
Experiment.
let's do it.
Okay,
I love it. It's
right now.
winter season.
Except I got to watch the national championship tonight.
Oh, you get to study all night long, too.
Yeah, I have to help our daughter study. Speaking of which, we have to leave because we have to pick her up from work right now.
Yep, we do.
So,
Well, thanks for listening, you guys. Hopefully
Yeah.
you learned and were intrigued by Moe. I am.
I'm so intrigued.
I want to learn more.
You want to learn Moe?
You're so funny. Okay. All right.
Alrighty, everyone. Have a wonderful couple weeks, and
We'll talk to
catch
you
you
again
next time.
next time.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.